Like, yeah, that's just kind of that kind of stuff, which is fine. That's magic. Variance happens. What is this? What is this? This is a hand of Magic the Gathering cards, if I've ever seen one. I'm putting this back. This is just classic BK pile. Not working for me. This is why we use London Mulligan, which is the dumbest thing in existence. I think what I'm gonna do is put away the Perilous Research. Maybe that's greedy in case I draw Force of Will. Maybe I just put away the put away the Perilous Research. No, I think I think opponent is like very likely to counter Tinker, and I think having Veraska as your plan B is like really, really important. I don't think getting rid of second. I think you're all playing very greedy by doing those kind of things. Yeah, I think you all played super greedy there, and I'm gonna not sack my crypt either, so that I can play Vraska on turn 2. Yeah, I don't like any of the lines suggested by chat besides karate's. I'm not fucking playing around Mindbreak Trap. Stop. It's just not happening. They have end of turn ancestral as well, or is this like a vamp or something? I mean, Vraska's pretty bad against Doomsday, which is unfortunate because I think we're dead on turn 2, but I think this is like easily the best plan of the plans we could have made. Having a backup plan of Vraska is like quite good. Okay, they just went for ancestral. That's good. Knowing the opponent, like opponent's gonna play some kind of fair deck where Vraska's gonna be very good is my typical analysis of that. So hopefully that works out the way we want it to. I mean, they could just have a daze here and we look silly, but that is magic. Yes. Fucking hate this game so much. What a fucking joke. All right. Well, we have a third backup plan with Dig Through Time. This is Treacherous Tinker Bug. You can find the video on my YouTube channel if you're interested. I'll put the link in chat. What the, come on. I don't know, chat. I think we've played too much Magic today. I think it's time to call it a day. So maybe it is just Doomsday. Maybe it is just Doomsday. Lost all my flips too. All right, there it is, chat. Perilous Research. I have solved my mana crypt problem. I guess that's true, Karate. I didn't really think of that. All right, okay. I'm gonna take 1,000,000 life to do this, but they have mental misstep. Sure. Just take 1,000,000 damage. Maybe I'm supposed to go for a second green source there. I think they're on Doomsday, so it probably doesn't matter. But swear to God, if we get dazed twice, I would be so upset. This deck is sick though. I cast like 1,000,000 draw spells. Okay, all right. Well, we have Time Walk and put Tinker back on top, maybe. If we draw a Moxen next turn, we can go Time Walk, put Tinker back on top. I mean, Tinker's not even good because they're just gonna Doomsday kill us, but whatever. We're not playing Tinker Citadel or anything. We're just playing Tinker Sphinx. I don't know what we're supposed to do here. Yeah, I guess you could Tinker for or Time Walk, Mystical, Perilous Research. It's pretty reasonable as well. Pretty reasonable. Probably better, to be honest. Like, opponent is definitely going to Doomsday kill us, so we kind of need to do something. Yep, look at that, Doomsday. All right. I mean, it's unlikely they kill us on this turn because they've already played Underground Sea. So unless they have Street Wraith, we don't die here. If they have Street Wraith, then they would go Street Wraith into Gush, into Lotus Ancestral, into Thassa's Oracle. But if they don't, then at least we get 2 turns between our Time Walk and Mystic Sanctuary. So I guess if they natty have Gush, yeah, sure, that's fine. I mean, theoretically, they should have probably had to dig through time for some of these pieces. They had to use dig through time, a land drop, dark ritual, and doomsday to get to this position. So I think it's unlikely that they have a secondary combo piece. But if they do, then we die. But they don't, so we get to play magic. Hopefully we draw like a. That's not the worst draw. I think what we're gonna do here is Mystic Sanctuary for Perilous Research. Is that better than Mystic Sanctuary for Dig Through Time? Probably not. Like, we don't need to cast that many more spells in this game. Why can't we walk? What are you talking about? Are you saying, like, they have Force of Negation as their last 2 cards? Why are you saying we don't want to walk? You're saying just hold. They just have Force of Will as their last 2 cards? Bro! Yo, I can't play Magic today. I swear to God, I can't. I can't play Magic today, Dad. I can't do it. It's too much. This is dead. We're dead. We're dead. We're just dead on the spot. Because opponent just draws Ancestral and kills us. Man, I hate Doomsday so much. I just hate... Doomsday is the most frustrating thing ever. Ever. I guess if we had one more blue card, we would have won this game probably, but... Oh... Is there a bright side? I feel like we did everything we possibly could to win this game and just had no chance. Like, we didn't even play, like, bad cards. We put, like, 1, 2, 3... Spell. 5, 6, 7. So all we would have gotten was Force. Not that good. But, like... it's crazy to me. All right, we have our Nimble Obstructionist, though, chat. So we're ready for this matchup. We are ready for the matchup. All right, Tireless Tracker can go. Assassin's Trophy can go. Spyglass can go. Gilded Goose can go. Tinker Sphinx is just terrible. We can just board in some Surgicals instead, and we go like this. We play like this, and we submit. Maybe we're supposed to bring in the Assassin's Trophy, actually, so that we can Surgical the Underground Seas. I didn't really think about that. Oh, well. All right. I wish Hamburglar would go back to playing bad decks. That would be really helpful. Doomsday's too hard. Doomsday ruins all the EXO leagues. I mean, I'm keeping this hand, but it's like pretty likely we just get nothing and die, right? Surprised I mean, countering Vraska's kind of free, but Vraska really doesn't do very much against opponent's deck. But I mean, we could play around Mental Misstep by playing Ponder first, but I don't really like that here. Maybe I do like that so that we can Ancestral targeting them. Maybe that's fine. I'm just not a huge fan. Not a huge fan of that line, especially when we're probably time walking on turn 2, and we really need to find land to do so. They kept a 7-card hand with Doomsday again. Man, not good for the home team. I just think that, like, actually Ancestraling them is, like, pretty hard to do without any counter magic backup, so it kind of seems like not the great play. And I'll probably just get misstepped for my my greed, but we're gonna do it anyways, I think. I'm a pretty big fan of taking the most powerful line, typically. I think Vintage is, like, at a point where you need to be doing powerful things or you're going to be get left behind, and, like, me casting Ponder here on turn 1 just doesn't seem like a winning line for me. But see what happens, I guess. This plays around Daze, Force of Negation, and Flusterstorm, and Mystic's Dispute. All right, we got their Gush and a Force of Will, so, I mean, I think that qualifies as a win in my book. Let's see if they follow up with their own Ancestral. No, just a Preordain. That's good. I wouldn't say my deck doesn't do powerful things. It just takes a little while to do the powerful things is the problem. I agree, we need a land. But that is why I cast Ancestral Recall. My opponent never doesn't have a force though, so can't resolve the Ancestral. Land? Nope, but did not hit a land. I could go really deep here and go for Brainstorm, or I can just hit that Ponder. I think we're supposed to go for Brainstorm, though. Obviously, if we miss, we miss, but Brainstorm is, like, definitely the one that gets us in a position to win this game. Oh my god, I can't. I just want to draw. I just want to play Magic today. Why am I not allowed to play Magic? Fuck, man. I just... I just, like, can't play Magic today. Yeah, but the problem with Ponder, oh, they just have not much going on. Okay. The problem with Ponder is that if it's a land and then dead cards, I can't shuffle after, which is a really big problem. We're not getting rid of any cards. We're getting rid of one Perilous Research. That's all we're doing. We're not getting rid of any cards because we're probing. Maybe we're not supposed to probe, but I feel like it was probably a reasonable place to probe. I'm Ponder and shuffling here, probably. I mean, I can find a land. I got double lands and Mindbreak Trap. Okay, that's pretty good. We can't get rid of uncastable cards because we cast Probe Vein. Oh, that's happening again. They're doing it again. That's just not how Magic works. I want this trap. I don't actually want this trap, but I want these lands. I'm not gonna die now though because I have Flusterstorm. So we're actually in a pretty decent position here with Flusterstorm and Nimble Obstructionist. So if they would demonic for Doomsday, then they can just go. Then it's okay if they Doomsday because then we're gonna go for like a lethal. But if they demonic for like Necro, obviously it's a lot worse for us. If I had not cast Probe, I could have shuffled one card away with Ponder. But I cast Probe, so I could shuffle 0 cards away. But I would want to, if I were to not cast Probe, I could have put the Vraska underneath and shuffled one card. Oh, they're going for Consult. That's pretty good for us, actually. Because they have Force of Will backup for their Consult kill. But we have Flusterstorm, which beats that. So we beat this, and then they only have one Oracle left in their deck, and so as long as we hold up Nimble Obstructionist, then they shouldn't be able to win the game, which is good. So that's a good start. And this turn we're gonna get a land, and then there's a Mindbreak Trap underneath it. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to jam Time Walk and then Treacherous Blessing. And then they'll just probably force Treacherous Blessing. And I shouldn't die because their 2 cards are Force of Wills. So I shouldn't be like dead on board, especially with Trap in my hand. So I think we're in great shape now. I mean, no, you're not right. Why would you play Golos? That's just hurting yourself. All right, so they have 2 unknowns in their hand. They drew Doomsday. Oh, they drew Necro. Well, that's problem. I didn't want to see that. That's a really good top deck from the opponent. Um, yeah, that's not good. It's definitely not good. Definitely not good. However, we still have Stifle Bird, so we probably want them to Doomsday, and hopefully they'll just go all in on Doomsday, and we'll just Stifle Bird them. I don't think they can win through Nimble now, but I don't know for sure. It's 3 mana to cycle Stifle Bird, but yes. They can't win on that turn by top decking Necropotence. That's just not how Necropotence works. Like, you don't get the cards until the end, so. Yeah, so hopefully they just go for a Doomsday kill, and then we just Stifle Bird them. That's the hope. So yeah, that's the hope. I don't really think there's any other things that are gonna happen in this game. You're just saying random card names now. Are they gonna put a Force of Will on the top of their library, or are they gonna go for like second Oracle Consult? Maybe, I don't know. I guess I would probably lose. No, that wouldn't. They wouldn't lose because I can still obstructionist the Oracle trigger. So well, the jig is up. Should I just negation this? I think I have to negation this so that they can't, one, draw their consult, and two, know that I have a bird. I mean, probe is probably good. I don't want them to know that there's a bird there. I want this to happen. This has to happen, chat. We have to get. I need to get value off this bird because I wanted to cut it from my sideboard, but it's still here. We need to get value from it. We need the clicks that it will generate. It's good Twitter content, you know? They can't kill me with 17 turns of beats when they only have 5 cards in their library, Jacob. That ain't how this works. Bro, I have a Veraska in my hand. I have a Oh my god. You think they're gonna have 17 turns? You think they're gonna have 17 turns, Jake? Come on now. You know Necro doesn't stop me from drawing, right? You know that, right? I'm just checking. Just checking. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. You guys and your meme, man, it's a little annoying when you can suggest bad things and bad lines and just be like, I was just memeing. Nah, I don't like that very much. Especially when people are like giving me deterministically deadlines and then being like, oh, it was a meme. Nah, you just picked the wrong line, fam. Not a meme. It's not a meme. Yes, in this instance, it's not. I'm not really talking about exactly this instance. I'm kind of talking about a series of instances. Anything is a meme if you're a zoomer. I guess that's fair. A decent way to look at it. Oh, we get to wait while our opponent hanks over which 5 cards they're gonna lose with. Yeah, maybe we should have just let the probe resolve so that opponent could concede. And making full use of the chess clock. I'm gonna have to play my challenge match. Maybe I'll just concede my challenge match. I don't know. Nah, you don't understand. Doomsday, that's a complicated card. You have like infinite choices on your Doomsday. The consult was on the top of the library and it is now shuffled in or exiled or not exactly how that works, Romlu. Again. Also, this is not cast. It's an ability. No, that's not true because my forcing a probe is stopping their. By forcing a probe, I am stopping them from drawing into the demonic consultation. So there's like pretty reasonable amount. There's a pretty decent reason to for me to like do the probe thing. So they are going to keep consult. It looks like, which doesn't make any sense. Why are you putting consult in the pile? It doesn't make any sense. Am I missing this consult here? Oh no, there it is. It's right here. Okay. All right. What's happening? They're gonna draw cards with Necro. Sure. They're at 1 life after. Okay. Wait. Should I? No, I should definitely not. Wait. I should just put a nibble instructionist into play, right? I should just put the nimble instructionist into play. They have to have 2 counter spells as their last 2 cards, and I have an active trap. I have an active trap, and they would have to have 2 dazes. It's just lethal. Daze Force is not good enough with 2 cards in hand. How many cards did they have in hand? Did they have enough to have 2 counter spells? Oh, 4 cards? Yeah, then we definitely should never have played that. They didn't have 7. They drew 4 cards at the end of turn. Okay, then yeah, we should never have played that then. It was bad. I agree. I did look at the wrong cards though. I thought they had 2 cards in hand. If they had 4 cards in hand, I definitely should not have played it because if their last 2 cards were 2 counter spells, we lose. So, yeah, I agree. That was a bad play. I actually have my 1 of Strip Mine plus Surgical here, so if they go get an Underground Sea, I actually get them, which is kind of insane. 4 cards before the Surgical, before the Necro, then I think my play was really bad. Can I not have them cast Ancestral every time? Alright, we're gonna get all their Underground Seas, though, so that's pretty good. Yeah, you got an Ancestral. If I have no permanents, I don't have to sack a permanent, right? Is that how Perilous Research works? I'm gonna do this before they draw a card, even though I could get them in the draw step, so I don't lose a counter war. No, Surgical Underground is a great idea. It's really hard for them to win without Underground Seas in their deck. They have like Black Lotus and Island and a Jet. Like these are like, it's really hard for my opponent to play Magic. They don't have a watery grave, so they're on not a great or an older list, looks like, before people realized this was a problem. Yeah, that was a pretty powerful play. I'm also gonna just jam. If I cast Perilous Research and don't have a permanent to sacrifice, it's just upside, right? I've never gotten to do this before, so I kind of want to. Value. So if opponent does draw, I guess they can draw. They need to draw Jet or Lotus, and I can fight over it. The Street Wraith is they drew Jet, but unless they drew for turn a counterspell, I get to exile this Jet. Got him. All right, all they have is Black Lotus left in their deck for black mana. That's kind of lit. That's like really cool. All they have left is Black Lotus. This is why you play a Watery Grave in Doomsday, so that situations like this don't happen. If they ever draw a second Doomsday, they're like very likely to pitch the second Doomsday, and I could take that as well. Make some food. Just trying to find a card that does something. Get rid of preordains too. I probably don't need to. Oh, okay, yeah. This is like really greedy. If I need to surgical extraction for some reason, it's a little bit harder to pay for, but I also just want to F6, so I need to get my value somewhere. All right, I just have infinite mana and nothing to do with my mana. Look at my feast that I have right here. What a game. What a beautiful game of Magic that is currently occurring. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this beautiful Treacherous Blessing. I'll just draw 3. How does that make you feel, opponent? Oh, they didn't want it to happen. That's fair. That's fair. I don't think I'm supposed to like I don't think I'm supposed to like surgical forces or anything like that. Doesn't seem very good. Where is the shame concede? Nah, dude, we're making a feast. We're making a feast. Look at oh my god, I just keep drawing just keep drawing mana sources. This is a perfect game of Magic. No one can convince me otherwise. Oh, I forgot I even had I'm 3 minutes into this. Whatever. I'm finishing this game. Opponent should concede so that I can go play my other match. I'm not eating food. Look how much mana they make. Okay, all right. I mean, that's a pretty easily hard cast Force of Will. Oh, they found their island, chat. They found the island. All right, I have a Perilous Research now with my Sanctuary, which I think is value. So opponent can get an island now. They still need to find Black Lotus to cast cards, though. This is not the Ren and 6 deck, no. So we could still lose this game, I guess. Kind of hard to, though. I think I'm gonna put the perilous research on the top of my library. A little bit of a low value sanctuary, but seems fine. I could surgical their force of wills. I might do that. I wonder if that's worthwhile. I'm down. See what happens. I guess this can get negated now, which is probably a bad timing. I should probably have done that on their end step. Oh, they have mental misstep. Okay. They're gonna force this? Whatever, that's fine. All of this is fine. I don't really care. I still have hard cast force for a Lotus. They can still do something with Lotus. Like they can still I don't know exactly what, but I feel like they could still do something with Lotus. Like if they find a Sapphire, then they could go for a consult kill. Why do I have no like only mana sources? I have so much food. Yeah, there's no other fetch land unless oh, there's a sanctuary. Okay, so now they have yeah. They have they can play a Thassa's Oracle now if they have a Lotus. I mean, they could still win this game, I guess. Never mind. I got a bird. Bird tribe. Oh, this is way better than playing this stupid challenge match. Oh, I'm 7 minutes in. Okay, sure. Oh, should we put? I don't want to put it into play. You want to put it into play? I don't want to put it into play. That's limiting the amount of fun that I can have. Imagine wanting to put this card into play when you can just give your opponent hope. Oh, wait a second. Is that a Joel Riel? Is that a Joel Riel? Yes. Opponent. Oh, it resolves. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The clock is on. For opponent's last game, I need to hold this bird for value. Never stop making food. It doesn't have haste. How do you want me to attack? How do you even want me to attack? Oh, pump bird? No, that's too much mana. I'm not about that life. They have another force of will? They just keep having forces? They pitched a Thassa's Oracle for it? Yeah, this is fine, sure. Yeah, I don't really want to cuz I have to use my academy. I'm kind of off it. Maybe next turn we'll pump for lethal. I want to be able to have instruction as force of will. No, they get to see the bird. No. Oh, they get to see the bird. All right, next turn we'll attack for a lethal goose. Well, actually, we won't attack for a lethal goose unless we somehow draw. No, opponent's conceding. Oh, it was too much fun. All right, this is easily the best. That was great. We just tormented a Doomsday player. It was beautiful. Everything. All right, this Day of Magic is worth it. I was thinking this Day of Magic maybe wasn't worth it, but now we're here. All right, let me wait 10 seconds and then we'll go to the next thing. All right. Lethal Geese twice in one day. All right, so this is now the Vintage Challenge round 6. We're very dead. but we're trying to learn and get better. This hand seems